Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, anyone or anything with an ear or two that is listening right now. This is the show, the extravaganza, the podcast. Sometimes I'm always right.
Collegiate stuff. Let's get into professionals, the people who make the real money,
Yes, sir. NFL wildcard weekend is upon us. With the first matchup, we're going to start with the San Francisco 49ers and the Green Bay Packers. Our hated rival, by the way. These two matched up week 12. And to my delight, the Green Bay Packers got their ass whooped. 37-8 was not close. Aaron Rodgers had arguably his worst game of the season. This matchup was in San Francisco, as this game Sunday will be. I'm looking forward to this matchup. This really was the best. I think the best two teams. You could say New Orleans too, but I think these are the best two teams in the NFC this year.
I'm gonna go with these two. I don't think that New Orleans deserves to be in that conversation. I'm disgusted by even hearing their name. One, because they lost me a bunch of fucking money.
Boy, did they?
But two, I'm not even gonna get it. No, I'm not gonna do that. But one, it lost me a bunch of money. I'm not gonna get into the details because it'll probably make every single one of you cry. But New Orleans, just scratch them off your list because when I watch the Bears. Now, obviously, we have a limited offense for like a handicap team.
True.
Based on last year, we know we needed a little bit of defensive scoring and progression to push our offense like in good field position to get us some good points. But anyway, first game of the season, we watched them versus the Packers, who we hate, and I was like, that was the first time I seen Aaron Rodgers with a defense.
Yeah.
I knew it would be crazy.
Yeah.
I thought it was just like, hey, the rivalry thing, they're gonna play better than their value right now, and then we'll see them like slide. We'll see the offense be productive, and then the defense kind of shimmy down. I mean, they always have a decent pass rush, and that's usually it. They can't stop the run. People gouge them deeply with passes. That's just been consistent. But Aaron Rodgers has been able to make up for that in the past. But clearly, teams are getting a lot better. It's a lot more well-rounded talent in the league. We got teams that we wouldn't expect in the playoffs. We got, it's just crazy year for sports in general and definitely professional football. So I just did not see them being as stout as they were on defense. And the way they not just shut us down, but they crippled us. Like that was, I think that's the worst loss we had this year.
Yeah,
because it was like we had a chance to win, but they were just punching us in the mouth. It was like
yes. Right, yeah. It was one of our defense's best performance, but we couldn't do a damn thing on offense. Nothing.
Nothing. Couldn't breathe. And I was just looking at it like, damn. And at that time, I still thought Trubisky could be okay.
Yeah. It was. Yeah,
the defense just looked that good. So, the defense looks astounding because, he's not even getting opportunities to make mistakes like he would, like he has in other games that followed afterwards because of how stout the defense was, the pass was. They was in there. And if they wasn't in there, they was jumping up and deflecting stuff. It was just a crazy game, and I'm not used to seeing that. And then it was, super low scoring on both sides of the ball. I'm like, okay, so, we lost to a solid team. I said the Packers defense is clearly better, and then it's Aaron Rodgers in the offense. So I just chalked that up as we still have an opportunity to play, and we beat a top team, so we still good.
Yeah.
And then clearly things changed for us after the fact, but this team still performed well. And I was just like, Aaron Rodgers with a defense.
Right, yeah.
You got a guy who's not going to turn the ball over like talking about.
Oh, no.
And then he actually has a defense who can give him the ball back.
Right, yeah. Right. Their possessions are going to end with them scoring a touchdown, kicking a field goal, or punting the ball. It's not going to be an interception. It's because he just don't turn the ball over. Now, I've heard Skip Bayless say he's scared, so he throws the ball away a lot and blah, blah, blah. But that's smart. I'm not going to throw into double coverage and risk my team having a pick six and then running the ball back when I can just throw it away, punt the ball, and hopefully my defense give me the ball back and we try it again. I mean, he's just a smart quarterback.
Facts. Nothing but facts.
Can't deny it.
Even if you look at Russell Wilson, same way. They like two peas in a pie because they got similar play styles, both mobile, both smart, both definitely super decisive and when they decide to throw and when they decide to check down or whatever.
Yeah.
I like both of these guys, and they both have rings, and I would say either one of them I wouldn't listen to Skip anyway. First of all,
Skip a hater. He hate everybody.
My emotions get me sometimes with betting. But with sports debates, I usually try to rule that out. Because I can see some stuff sometimes that I wouldn't normally agree with if I was just in my fandom. Skip Bayless is so much of a fan of sports that if he dislikes somebody, he can't acknowledge their excellency. And if he likes somebody, he can't acknowledge how faulty they are.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
And then you got the guys who just got to say stuff because it's a gotcha moment. They got to capture the attention of somebody. I'm going to say this because everybody going to be talking about me or tweeting my name tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Try to do it for shock value. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you heard what he said?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I knew what the word was, but I couldn't remember it at the time. I was like,
yeah. Right. That's like me sitting over here saying, you know what? I think Tannehill is gonna outplay Patrick Mahomes. Like, dude, shut up. You know damn well.
Hey, he might outplay Patrick Mahomes. Not statistically.
Yeah. No way. No how.
Speaking of that, before we move on, San Francisco versus Green Bay, who do you
have? Like I started with this segment, the score from last game, it was San Francisco 37, Green Bay 8. I expect a little closer outcome this time, even though I like San Francisco. Speaking of, like we were saying, with Aaron Rodgers not turning the ball over, Jimmy Garoppolo for San Fran, he doesn't turn the ball over either. Pretty smart quarterback. But their running game is just outstanding, man. Their running game is so good. They got 2-3 running backs come in and do the job. With Tevin Coleman as the leader. I'm going to go with the San Francisco 49ers at home, and I'm going to say the score will be 31-20. 31-20 San Francisco at home. Yeah, I think the pass rush for San Francisco will keep Aaron Rodgers in check. And I think the running game for San Francisco will wear down the Packers. And they're going to hit some play action passes to the second best tight end in the NFL, George Kittle, behind Travis Kelce. So 31-20, San Fran.
All right, so I agree with your Victor but I'm going to go with 31-17.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think it'll start off close, but I think San Francisco will pull away midway through the third quarter, or they'll pull away second quarter and then just kind of hang on to a lead. More impressive than their quarterback, I think, is their ability to move the ball with anybody or anything.
Yeah.
You know, all this pre-snap motion, like receivers running the ball, running backs, you know, Bolster guys we didn't even know before. Like, who are these people?
Yeah.
They are successfully, you know, nobody's putting up crazy numbers, but they are doing what it takes to win. And I just think that, you know, well, one, I don't like the Packers, so.
Oh yeah. I don't think either one of us were going to pick Green Bay.
No. It's my default. Part of me wanted to be like, go against your brother, and then I was like, what is Green Bay? You know,
nah.
It just doesn't work for us.
Yeah.
Now, if I was betting money, it'd be a different story. I'd be going on Green Bay, but right now I'm not betting nothing. So, but I'm gonna bet whoever's closer to the score will win. We'll go by we can do that by total points.
Well, you said 31-17?
Yeah. 3-point difference.
Well, yeah, I said 31-20. I think Rodgers will throw one, the running back will run one, and they're going to kick 2 field goals.
I don't know. I just think that I think it's gonna be pretty close, and I think San Francisco just gonna pull through and bubble them all.
Okay.
I ain't got no further explanation for that because I think this is gonna really be a good game. I think it might mess around and be like the Bears game was in the beginning of the season, but we see Garoppolo get attacked. I don't think he reacts well under pressure. Not consistent pressure, and I think the Packers, for the first time ever, first time ever in a long time, can actually provide that. So I'm just interested to see how that defense comes out because I think the defense will be what actually makes this a game because we all know who Aaron Rodgers is.
Yeah,
he's a quarterback. He could definitely do his thing, but I think the defense will be the difference maker in this game. In reality, I say it may be closer to like 21-17, but San Fran they done did a lot of surprising stuff this year with putting points on the board when it mattered.
Oh yeah, they'll score on you.
So next up we have the Tennessee Titans versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes, sir. And my guy Patrick Mahomes, who the Bears should have selected at quarterback 3 years ago. But we're getting to that another time too. I don't want to talk about that right now.
Don't remind me of that. That's like I got PTSD over that.
Right.
Trauma.
We ain't gonna mention that right now. But this is a matchup from week 11 of the season. What the Tennessee Titans actually won that game. It was in Tennessee, and the game was Titans 35, Chiefs 32. The kicker for the Chiefs missed a last-second field goal that would have tied the game. This was Patrick Mahomes' first game back from injury. I think first or second, he had just came back, but he played pretty. It was first game.
First, you're correct.
Yeah, first game back. He played pretty good. I mean, if you put up 32 points, you should win that game. But Tennessee had just started to take off then. Tannehill had came in for Mariota. He got his groove on, started feeling himself, throwing the ball down the field. working that play action with Henry because all they do is run the ball. They run the ball a lot. But Tannehill, you got to give him his credit. Came from Miami. He definitely did his thing this year. Now, this game, I don't think will be as close as the first game was. I'm going to go with the score of Chiefs 45, Titans 21.
Are you sure before I lock that in? I'm writing down. I'm keeping track of this.
Yeah, I'm going to go 45-21. Yeah. I think they're going to get a big lead early and just coast to victory. I think that win last week coming from behind really got the Chiefs feeling themselves. I think they're going to come out. Eric Bieniemy, black offensive coordinator who should have got more interviews than he got. Shout out to Eric Bieniemy, Chiefs offensive coordinator, doing an excellent job this year, but probably won't get a job because all these white owners overlook black coordinators all the time. But that's another subject we'll get into at another time. But he's doing a good job as offensive coordinator, and I think he's going to call a game plan, seeing how the Titans defended them last time, adjust, and they're going to put up 45.
And I totally disagree. But I was debating before whether I was going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs or the Titans. I kind of want to go with the Titans. But I'm just really, after the Baltimore Ravens game, I'm just really feeling the energy of I said I was going to go with the Titans.
Don't do it.
I was going to go with the Chiefs. I'm going with the Titans.
Ooh, don't do it.
Yeah, after watching the Ravens game, I just feel like they got it. They got it figured out.
Okay.
It's nothing more confident about knowing what your identity should be. And I feel like Kansas City definitely knows their identity, but they also have faced some adversity this year, quarterback coming back and whatever and whatnot. But Tennessee just seems so much more concrete in knowing what they need to do. And I don't think anybody can stop Derrick Henry. If you can't stop Derrick Henry, you can't stop whoever throwing the ball. Unless it's James Winston back there.
Hey, I will give it up to Derrick Henry, though. That boy is a monster.
I mean, you didn't mention it, but the last game, he had 188 yards, 23 carries. That is 8.2 yards a carry and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, 8.2 yards a carry.
Yeah, leading rusher in the year of the year. He did his thing this year. I can't deny that. Can't deny that.
And then Tannehill also scored 2 touchdowns for him, which is a little different. It's a little rare. He was doing his thing, playing off the play action this year. He only had to throw 19 passes. Only completed 13, but 13 of 19 for 181 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Okay.
For me, that's the definition of efficiency. You're maximizing your running back. You're not overplaying either one of them. Their defense is stout enough to slow people down and put themselves in positions to win. And they have a coach that comes from a good pedigree. He isn't the like you mentioned earlier, that one of the special teams coaches who got a head coaching job because of his complexion. He is somebody who has years and years and years of professional players experience, and he was a player in one of the top organizations in his era, and he also got to absorb stuff from Bill Belichick, which everybody loves. And I mean, Bill Belichick is that guy. And when you can come into a game, even though the New England Patriots weren't what we thought they were, bad choice of words, or good choice. Good choice. But even though they had to face the adversity this year and they had all of the drama surrounding Belichick and Brady and what they were capable of, they weren't what we expected them to be. But watching the chess match that was coaching between Vrabel and Belichick,
Yeah.
was one of the craziest things that I've seen. Like, I'm just like, I mean, you see like a guy coming to his own. That's like, like wax on, wax off type shit.
Right. Yeah. He did a good job the whole year, and he definitely continued against Belichick and the Patriots.
And then I'm thinking LeAngelo because I was just watching the video. Saying LeAngelo was going to the D League. Leo finally kicked Master Splender's ass.
He got
my joke.
He got the master.
But no, I'm interested to see Vrabel. I put my money on. I'm actually not even betting on the Titans. I'm betting on Vrabel. I'm betting on Vrabel and Derrick Henry.
Okay. Well.
I don't want to bet against Pat Mahomes after last week, but
yeah.
But that was Houston, and they blew a lot of shit.
Yeah. I just think Pat Mahomes he can start his legacy as being one of the best quarterbacks of this generation, possibly all time. He can start that this year by winning this game, getting to the Super Bowl, and winning that game.
Honestly, I hope I'm wrong. I mean, I do. I really do.
Yeah.
We got San Francisco. I mean, fuck Jimmy Garoppolo. He just got there.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as actually being a franchise quarterback or being a quarterback period, he was I might root for underdog, but fuck Jimmy Garoppolo right now. Definitely fuck Aaron Rodgers because he's a Packer.
Definitely.
And Patrick Tannehill, I like him because his underdog story is a little better than the other. Well, Rodgers don't got an underdog story, but Garoppolo and Tannehill shit is probably about the same.
Yeah.
So Tannehill started and couldn't win and was in a shitty organization that didn't provide for him, and then Garoppolo was right time for Tom Brady for years. And then you have Patrick Mahomes, who became a stud after replacing Alex Smith. I barely remember his name.
Yeah,
the guy that couldn't throw the ball past 25 yards.
Yeah, Alex Smith, yeah.
But yeah, so I really love Patrick Mahomes, so I really want him to win. Sometimes I make bets, and I just hope that I'm wrong. Not like money bets, but choices. But I like the Titans, but I really want Patrick Mahomes to win. I want the Chiefs to win because of that. But I like the Titans too, man. It's a rough for me. I'm moving with the AFC, so whoever rule out over here, I'm cool with it.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't.
And I kind of know. I gotta cut you off. Stop. I kind of want the 49ers to lose, mainly because of Colin Kaepernick.
Oh man, hey, I feel that. I know I got some friends as fans, and they was talking shit, and they was like, see, and then when I'm like, damn, why the fuck is Kaepernick coming up with Garoppolo and some shit like years later with entirely different teams in different schemes, right?
But they still can't help but try to tear down somebody who has done something positive for other people.
True.
So fuck San Francisco. Sorry guys. Hey, if my barber, if you finally listen to my podcast, fuck you too. Thank you. You be fucking up my mustache.
Yeah, fuck your stash up.
Fuck my stash up, man. He cut my stash too thin, man. I be looking like a pedo.
Oh man.
He got me want to cut off my goatee now. I'm gonna get some scissors and even my stuff up.
Right.
Anyway, sidetrack. That was crazy. They be talking shit about my barber. The Titans, their dominance. We had to watch a team move into the playoffs and struggle to get in the playoffs, beat the Texans, got into the playoffs, and took out the number 1 seed.
Yep. Yeah, took them on out.
But that is not our story right now, because we don't care about the Ravens. I'm sorry, Ravens. Nah. We'll touch on you guys later. But Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
An amazing player. Now, I'm excited. And I actually, I'm here in the area, Louisville, Kentuckiana, as they call it. And Lamar Jackson is just an incredible player. He was, as we watched him, we were both raving about him before. And seeing him in the league, we both were also kind of, like, oh, we got to see this guy. Because last year was pretty scary.
Yeah. Yeah, he came in for Flacco last year. Down the stretch, played some pretty good games, led the Ravens to the playoffs. But the first playoff game did not go too good for him. He just really couldn't throw the ball on the defense that the Chargers presented to him. But he rectified that by working his ass off and getting better in the offseason and came back this year with a vengeance. And even though he lost his second playoff game this year, the first playoff game of this year, second of his career, he is no doubt the MVP of the league. He tore the league up, took the league by storm. The season he had, we might never see again. But he's still getting hate for losing the playoff game, even though others contributed in that. I mean, it's not a one-man show. It's not boxing. It's not golf. So, even though some of his teammates didn't show up with a lot of drops and, all this and that and bad coaching decisions going on fourth down repeatedly. But, hey, the man still played all right. I'm not going to say he had a good game. He didn't play bad, though. But, I mean,
I disagree.
No. He didn't have a bad game. It was okay.
Okay.
It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. I would say it was kind of average. But, I mean...
I felt like he was forced into a bad game. You can't really... When when you're a second-year quarterback, coaching is really dictating what you do. So, it's not like he's not Aaron Rodgers making like, I'm about to check down.
Yeah.
I'm checking down anyway.
Yeah.
Or you say go for it. I'm a audible out of this, and I'm gonna punt it myself. Like you can only do what you're allowed to do.
Yeah.
So some of those situations were created by coaching, and then some of them were created by the scenario. I mean, like those guys they were dropping catches like
Yeah.
You could have put. I might as well put Bryce out there because I know he can't. He's standing 2 feet away from him, and he gonna drop it.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
I mean, man. And then my buddies, I didn't even like I got friends who were like, oh, they need a number 1 receiver. No, don't make excuses for them. They have a good team. They have a good system. They just gotta capitalize on what they have when they have it. Like, there's no way they was dropping wide open, like no forced errors. I mean, it was some, but a lot of those passes, they were just dropping wide open, and you just can't fix that shit. Like, you can't make up for that.
Yeah, they threw the ball too many times. I mean, that was a product of getting behind and trying to come. The game plan was working in the first quarter, but once they got behind, it's like we got to stop running so much and start passing to try to catch up. But that's coaching. I mean, you could try to run a little more. He's not the best passer. I mean, he's not the worst, but he's not the best. So, you could try to do some more runs, try to get the ball rolling a little bit. But, I mean, it was just Tennessee just, hey, they hot right now. They figured them out. So you
They did. It was more coaching, I think, than anything.
yeah
But
yes
in reality,
right. I think it's not so much to blame the Ravens, but give Tennessee their props.
their credit, yeah, they definitely deserve credit for that.
Yeah. I mean, because Lamar Jackson threw for 300. That's only the second time ever he's threw for 300 yards, and he had 120 rushing yards. So he didn't have a bad game, but I mean, Tennessee just figured him out, ran the ball, took time off the clock, and they had a pretty good formula to get that game and move on in the playoffs. Got to give them their props, man.
I agree, but I also think that they not getting enough credit. You know, this guy had 66% completion percentage on the year, threw for 3,100 yards, 36 touchdowns, and only 6 interceptions. Mm-hmm. You know, another subject we'll touch on later. We should just combine all of this stuff in the same episode. The next, for the ones we putting off. But black quarterbacks just don't get no respect. I just still seeing guys talking about he won't last because of his running. Yeah. Okay, who cares? You just celebrate somebody for what they're doing now, and you praise them for when they're successful. Like this guy he's winning it, about to win this MVP. He's done exceptional this year. He's been better than the greatest quarterbacks to play the game in their second years. Like, how do you actually root against a guy who is this young and hungry and proving that they want to be in this game, they love the game, and they are solely about the game? He's not selfish. He's not out there doing no crazy antic stuff. This guy is literally a franchise quarterback and any franchise player, and I just see a lot of hate. Like, I see a lot of blaming, and for me, I think it was just a lot of errors on the coaching's part. Like, come on, you going for the fourth down. Ain't nothing else working right for you guys so far. Why would you pin your defense? I'm going to put my defense back against the wall while my offense ain't doing what they need to do right now.
Right.
And I'm sorry. They should have pulled. I would have put all my backups in. Everybody dropped the pass, you come out of the game. I'm sorry. Somebody else going to prove to me that they can't catch before I put y'all back in.
Right, then you repeatedly go for it on fourth down.
Repeatedly, yeah. Not once, not twice, but almost 3 times.
Like, come on, man. Just kick the field goal. One, it was on like the 30, like, get 3 points. Like,
that's what I said. I was like, that one pissed me off.
Yeah, like, dude, okay. I see what y'all doing.
That one would have pushed them like 15. It would have like 15 because they had got the 3 after that. Yeah. Or the second one after that. But yeah, that shit was dumb. It didn't make no sense. No sense at all.
Get some points, get some momentum, kick the ball off. It's like, okay. Now we're going to go for it again.
Coaching thing. Because even this year, I saw Belichick and I was just like, damn, he ain't going to get Tom Brady a chance. But he just had faith that they'd get another chance. And they did, but he didn't do it. He was old Brady, not young Brady. Brady out there, he need a cane and shit on that field. That boy is not the same.
Man.
But they gonna keep praising him though. But I take him over Trubisky.
I certainly would. 1 year rental, I take him. I was about to yawn. That was a crazy yawn. But I got a lot of faith in LJ. I think he has a lot of promise. I think he just did not get a fair shake this year, and I expect him to come out next year and be twice as hungry because of the adversity he had to face just because he was being successful as a black quarterback. Yeah. I think he gonna get even better. Another year under his belt, and I'm definitely rooting for him as I was coming into the draft. He did his thing in college, won the Heisman. Definitely rooting for that young man. He's a likable guy. haven't did anything crazy off the field. I really root for him and hope he does well.
Facts. Me too.
Yep.
Well, that about wraps up everything that we plan to discuss on this week's episode.
Yes, sir. We got NFL championship weekend coming up. We're going to see who's going to the Super Bowl and who's going home. So I know everybody's looking forward to that. So are we. Check those predictions, see if we right, wrong, see if we close, see if we got some more upsets brewing like it's been doing the whole time. But really looking forward to this weekend to see who's going to be playing in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, me too. Actually, I'm more excited about this Super Bowl because I think the San Francisco and Green Bay are like two similar teams. And then Kansas City is like the only wild card. Tennessee is actually closer to those two teams.
Yeah.
Because they have a quarterback who doesn't really need to, Green Bay eats off of everything else that they produce because Aaron Rodgers just takes advantage of what's given to him. And then Garoppolo don't really got to do he don't really got to do a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to, but he can. The team can collectively, but Kansas City, you got Mahomes who just out there like he doing everything, man.
Man.
So I'm excited to see it.
Oh yeah.
So if I'm wrong with my Tennessee prediction, I hope Patrick Mahomes go ahead and win. I want to win partially because I bet against you, and then the other part of me want to win because I want Patrick Mahomes to win. So and I like to see a State Farm Super Bowl. Come on now, tell me you ain't looking forward to that.
Oh man. But it's definitely a possibility.
Jimmy Garoppolo is hideous.
And khakis. Yeah, that about wraps up this episode of Sometimes I'm Always Right. Episode.
Yeah, boy.
Episode 4.5. So, you got anything else before we sign off?
Nah, I think we touched on everything. What you got? You got something? We hit LJ. We hit the championship.
Nah,
we touched on Adele. Or no, Adele touched on somebody else, but yeah, LSU, and that's it.
Yep. Just looking forward to this weekend.
Yeah, just excited to watch the games because for us this is it's like a blessing and a funeral. Like you get to watch football die until you die a little inside for the remainder of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, it's getting on to the end here. But hey,
yeah,
all good things come to an end.
We're going to have to be on our college basketball and NBA stuff because yeah, it's going to be a long time before football comes back around.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
All right, that about wraps it up. So we will talk to you guys next week, and we will have Super Bowl predictions coming from the results of this weekend. So until next time, sometimes I'm always right.
Say it one more time.
Sometimes I'm always right. So, signing off. Talk to you later. Peace.
Peace out. Peace.